never know how to talk about myself now. Before I blew up on the internet. Is that a fair thing to say? Okay. What's that?
I've never blew up on the internet.
You've never blown up on the internet? Right, that's why you're there and I'm here. You, sir, have no idea who I am, do you? No concept, because you've been talking to me like I'm an open mic comedian all night back there. Every time I've got back there, he's been like, good job, bud. What's that?
I'm your biggest fan.
What? Oh, no, you're not. Because some of these women are trying to have sex with me. This is your wife, correct?
Yeah.
Great. What do you do?
I'm a cattle rancher.
You're a cattle rancher? You know what, sir? You actually got me there. I would not have guessed that. From where? Where are you from?
South Dakota.
You're from South Dakota? That is incredible. I would have pegged you for like failed musician from Philadelphia. That's right? Right. How did you end up at this show?
My son just moved here with his roommate.
Okay, your son, with his roommate. Okay, so, yep. Now you don't need to go further. That's all we needed. Son, what's your name? Yes, the only son in the fucking room. Your name is Eddie? His name should be Eddie. What's your name? Carson. Carson and your cattle farm? Carson is the name of a child born in Brooklyn 3 years ago. That's who Carson is. Or a pug. A rich person's pug is named Carson. Not a fucking cattle rancher from South Dakota. Eddie, are you a top or a bottom? Oh, that's okay, Eddie. Oh, really? You're in the perfect place if you're gonna come out. Your dad is weirdly the most liberal cattle rancher I've ever met in my entire fucking life.
It's the roommate's dad. It's not my dad.
Oh, it's the roommate's dad. Wait. And you wanted to just do something tonight and Eddie was like, I'll come too?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. It's a little weird. Who thinks it's weird? Yeah. Who thinks it's perfectly normal and you would send your roommate to hang out with your parents? 5 or 6 people. Eddie, what do you do? Do you want me to call you Eddie?
Sure.
Oh, okay. Is your name Edward?
I get that a lot now.
You're Eddie on a birth certificate.
Yes.
His middle name is Boom Boom.
Am I dissociating? Is this real? Is this a real thing? Your middle name is Boom Boom? No, it's not. Your legal name is Eddie Boom Boom. Well, now I need to know your last name. What's that? Rossi. Eddie Boom Boom Rossi? That sounds like a guy in the fucking mob. I'm Eddie Boom Boom Rossi. You know, fuck with Eddie Boom Boom Rossi. You mess with Boom Boom, you go Boom Boom. You understand? Okay, well, I was gonna warm you up with a good joke, but I guess I did it with the crowd work. Okay, so now I'm gonna, oh God, I just want to talk to Kirsten.
The beef in New York City sucks.
The beef in New York City sucks. I'm not hurt by that. I'm born and raised here, and this is gonna shock you. I've not seen one cow in this city. In fact, if someone told me there was locally grown free-range cow in New York City, raised rather, I'd be like, nah, I'm not touching that shit. What do you love about cattle ranching?
You know what? After South Dakota, that's all I know is cattle, agriculture.
You're Carson. Carson just said, I'm from South Dakota, that's all I know.
Yeah.
I hear a lot of negativity in your voice right now, and I just want to let you know that you're capable of anything. Remember the first time your wife put a pinky in your butthole? and your whole world opened up, no pun intended. I'm going to talk about Chappell Roan a little bit in a second. Chappell Roan. Do you know who Chappell Roan is? Oh my God, there's so much to unpack. Chappell Roan is a really famous up-and-coming singer. She is also queer. Oh, you know who she... Mom. You did put a finger in his butthole. What?
Daughter is bi, gay, whatever in Fort Collins.
Well, wait. Bro, you just keep making... Please stop lobbing me softballs. Just softball after... Oh, my daughter's bi, gay, whatever. Well, which one is she? Mom, which one is she?
It depends.
It depends. No, bi and gay. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus Christ. Thank you so much. Which one does she use? Does she use bi or gay, or she decided?
My girlfriend's at her house right now in South Dakota.
The girlfriend's at the house right now in South Dakota.
She had a boyfriend a year ago.
So she's bisexual, probably, or newly out and lesbian.
No.
I'm prepared. I fucking prepared. Look at all these notes. And then this guy's in here like, nah, she's not gay. There's no way. There's no way. I see her staring at the bull's cocks. Do you happen to know if she watches my TikTok? You should ask her. I would say the odds are pretty hard. Her girlfriend looks like me? Yeah, she watches my TikTok. I really wanted to do my new Chappell Roan material. It's not as funny as Carson's sort of well-meaning homophobia. Okay, so she's dating a masculine lesbian.
No.
You said she looks like me? Carson, do you think I'm a girly little cutie girl?
Doors closed. I don't even bother asking what's going on.
No, yeah, I think let her come out and I will translate what you just said into a more thoughtful way of saying it, Carson. Carson said, I didn't even bother with what's going on. Oh, wait, you could say that. I'm gonna let her come out in her own time and decide what labels. No, but I know that's what you meant because you're a nice guy. What's your daughter's name so that I can reach out to her on TikTok? Lyric?
Oh my God.
Did you name her Lyric?
We did.
He did. Did you intend to turn your daughter non-binary? How are you the biggest ally and such an idiot at the same time?
I just love everybody.
I love everyone too, Carson. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna try my best. But we don't have much time. Okay, I'm gonna talk about Chappell Roan in a second. As you guys know, if you don't know, she made this post on TikTok where she's basically explaining that she's feeling like people, when you blow up, and I'm nowhere even near as famous, I mean, not even close to as famous as Chappell Roan, but I sort of understand because I get recognized in public and I have weird social interactions with people. What is your fucking problem? I have like 1 billion views on my content. I get recognized. Are you filming me? Oh, you're drinking. I get recognized. Well, someone has licked my face. Someone has grabbed my boobie. And that was kind of cool, honestly. But like, if that were annoying to me, that would have been bad, you know? She didn't know that. So I can't even imagine how she's feeling. And she posted this thing online being like, hey, leave me the fuck alone. If you talk to me and I don't want to talk to you, just let me say no, or please don't touch me without my permission, stuff like that. She posted this video, and I think we all were sort of like, yes, this is a great video. It is weird talking to people who already know you, because it's sort of like, I'm not good at talking to strangers, like, to begin with. I'm a born and raised New Yorker. When I went to Indiana, when I started touring for the first time, I didn't know that, like, people there will say hi to you. Like, in the streets. I was walking down the street, and this guy was like, hey, like a Carson, full Carson. Was like, hey, how are you? And I was like, everybody fucking money, man! And I kept walking. I don't talk to strangers. I'm not good at small talk. Like, whenever I meet someone on a plane who talks to me the entire time, I have two feelings. I do want to stab them, but I also weirdly respect them. I'm like, how are they keeping going with this conversation? You know, it's just like a man, he's from Sarasota, and he just manages to bring up so many fucking things, and you're like, he is the glue of every family. You know what I mean? At Carson's Thanksgiving, when his son... Yes, you fucking know. Your son will eventually come out of the closet. Your daughter already has. Your father just voted for Trump again. And you can somehow keep a conversation neutral. You know what I mean? Grandpa calls the kid a faggot, and he's like, the brine on this turkey. Unreal. I've had some really weird interactions. And I know this because there's a Reddit thread about me that says some wild things. I'm going to sit down for a second. It also has some... There's a photo of me on this Reddit, and I have my arm around someone, and they're standing next to me in the meet and greet, and I'm taking a photo. And so someone posted, Ashley Gavin sits during the meet and greet. What a shitty person. Then someone else posted, Ashley Gavin has a disability. That's why she sits during the meet and greet. And then someone else posted, you can have a disability and be a shitty person. Which is not the nuance that I was hoping for in the chat. I love saying I have a disability because everyone stares at me, tries to figure out what the disability is. You're like, how many toes does she have? What are we working on? I have a disability. I'm hypermobile. I'm hyperflexible, so I have like a lot of pain. Oh yeah, hyperflexible sounds like it would be sexy, but I'm not flexible in a hot way. You know, I can't pop my pussy. I'm just gonna pop a hip. No good head, just bad neck. You know what I mean? Also, flexibility on a masculine person has never been hot. No straight woman's ever been like, I met him at yoga and he put his knees behind his head. I was so into I just knew I wanted to sit down on his cock while his knees were behind his feet in the air and grab his feet and ride his dick like I'm pulling a plane out of a nosedive. No one's ever wanted that. It is cool though, because one of the things it does do is I have really soft skin because of it. My skin is really soft. So I have the distinct pleasure of hooking up with women. And they're like, oh my God, your skin is so soft. And then I'm able to slowly lean in and whisper into their ear and go, it's because I have a disability. So I have a lot of empathy for people who get shit on the internet, is what I'm trying to say. I don't like any of it. I didn't like it when Jojo Siwa was getting shit on. I hated that. I know, no support for me here. Everyone was like, leave Chappell Roan alone. And now you're all like, kill Jojo Siwa. Kill Jojo Siwa. Carson's leaning into Eddie being like, what is this Jojo Siwa? Carson, I'm gonna explain Jojo Siwa, okay? Because I know you don't know about Jojo Siwa. Jojo Siwa is an amazing new Korean skincare line. Jojo Siwa. It's incredible. Use my code. No, Jojo Siwa is a young gay artist, kind of like Chappell Roan, except not at all. But I feel bad. Why? Why do we need to shit on Jojo Siwa? She was on Dance Moms. Her hairline alone, we should feel like she's been through enough. You know what a poor girl. Anyone who's been on Dance Moms. I don't know. I was concerned for Jojo Siwa. Everyone's making fun of her dance. She does this dance where yeah, you guys. Wow, just laughing immediately. Just at this. She's gonna get a concussion. That's what I can't make fun of her. She might have CTE. Like, this is, to me, it's just like we've been through this before, right? This is a young pop star trying to transition into adult stardom, which no woman has ever done successfully. Miley Cyrus, very difficult time. Britney Spears, very difficult time. And then we shit on them online, and it's not fair. It's not fair because you get to go through your adulthood transition without anyone chiming in, and you look like a fucking idiot. Like, new backpack, you still have scoliosis, bitch. Like, you look stupid. It reminds me of just like burning women at the stake. You know what I mean? This is modern day witch shit, except that later, we don't actually burn them, they don't die. 5 years later, we're like, oh, we were a little hard on them. Do you think during the Salem witch trial, people were like, we shouldn't have burned Goody Hawthorne? I actually really like black cats, and that hex she chanted in the woods was a bop. I fucking loved what Chappell said. I think leave her the fuck alone. I think it's really weird that we approach people we know from their work because of their face. Because you don't do it with any other thing. And you act like you're so close to that person just because it's art. There are so many other important things. No one was going up to the woman that invented tampons. And they could have. They could have been like, the way that they go, Chappell, your work means so much to me. I mean, I feel it in my heart. You could literally, I feel you in my cervix right now. I think it's weird people will say to me, oh, you're the reason I figured out that I'm gay. People will say that to me. I sure fucking hope not. I'm not the reason you know you're gay. You know you're gay because Jessica wore a dress in 7th grade and your clit throbbed. That's why. You get a little wet when you watch Renee rap. That's how you know you're gay. Don't tell me that that's a lot of emotional responsibility to put on me. And I know what's happening with Chappell because people say, I realize I'm in love with my best friend because of your song. That's this, you feel that way? That is so insulting to your best friend! Your best friend that you're in love with isn't the reason you knew you were in love with your best friend? But can you imagine being the best friend? The best friend that practiced kissing with you? The best friend that hated every boyfriend you ever had? And it was Chappell Roan's song? I'm just trying to say no 97-year-old woman is on her deathbed listening to Chappell Roan being like, oh my fucking God. No, they're thinking about Ethel or Gretchen or whoever. That was an old names joke. I just think it's inappropriate. You know I hate talking to strangers. She's a stranger. You only, not to you, but to her. And we have such little practice, such a specific thing, talking to a celebrity that you love.
I do it all the time.
Thank you, Carson. Because people, when people talk to me, they're bad at it. They get so nervous. And I'm just a human being. And I don't know what to do with that nervous energy. I can't even imagine how crazy it is for Chappell. Because you are talking to a stranger with like so much like stakes. And I think with Gen Z, with having so little practice talking, that's like after 9/11. If some random sort of racist guy, maybe his aunt died at 9/11 and he already hated Muslims. And he's like, I'm gonna enlist. But instead of going to basic training, they sent him straight to the caves where Osama bin Laden was. He goes up to Osama bin Laden and he was like, oh my God, I've been thinking about this, but I didn't think it would actually happen. Oh my God, what am I gonna say? What am I gonna say? Oh, fuck, you don't understand. I hate you so much. I hate you so much. Fuck. The only person who should be allowed to talk to a celebrity is a guy like Carson. Someone who is trained at those Thanksgiving dinners, talked on so many flights to so many people. The only person who should be allowed to talk to celebrities is the most annoying person you've ever met in your fucking life. They are the only person who's going to respect the celebrity and talk to them like a human being because they have no regard for their situation. Carson, you should run for president. Did you vote for Trump?
What?